What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're back with my 2016 Chevrolet Spark, also known as the Domino's pizza car. I ended up packing the cars in here due to severe weather, tornadoes, hail, and all of that good stuff. So it's a little full in here today, but the pizza car is already on the lift and ready to go. As you guys may remember, it had some transmission problems. It did not make it back to Oklahoma under its own power. It left me very, very stuck in more than a few very dangerous situations on the interstate trying to get back to Oklahoma. Now, I did not give up on this car. I know you guys probably figured I was giving up on it, but I'm not. I went and I bought genuine AC Delco pan gasket, a genuine AC Delco filter. And as it turns out, there's another filter that, well, I didn't know about, and I'm assuming most people probably don't know about either. But this filter right here, you need all of these. And of course, I went with Castrol Transmax ATF CVT Universal Fluid. This is good for just about everything. This fluid covers Hondas, it covers Ford, Toyota, Nissan, General Motors, and the fluid specifications are on the back, guys. It's Toyota TC, then there's Toyota Fluid FE, Nissan NS, Nissan NS2, Nissan NS3, Honda HCF2, blah, blah, Mazda, Mitsubishi. It covers pretty much everything. Ford, Mini Cooper, Mercedes-Benz. It covers a slew of them, guys. So we're going to use it on the Chevy Spark, which coincidentally, I found out, utilizes a CVT transmission from something like a Nissan Versa. That's right, Nissan, the maker of the worst CVT transmissions in the history of CVT transmissions. And again, I'm going to say this again, I hate all CVT transmissions equally. I can't stand them. I think they're garbage. I've said it for years and years and years. Anytime I find one on the channel that has a CVT, I say, man, I hate CVT transmissions. And I'll be the first to admit the car's got 172,000 miles and a delivery car at that, so I'm sure it was rode hard and put away wet, but I'm also willing to bet it's probably not this car's first transmission either. Unfortunately, these things are just, they're garbage. They're unreliable. And today we're going to try to fix one that I personally think is too far gone, but I'm going to try to fix it anyway because I need this car to be able to make one more road trip. And it's going to be a doozy for the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it could get me in some very serious trouble. But I don't want to give too much away. Let's raise this car up a little bit. It's already up in the air where we need it to be. Monkey Wrench Mike and I left all the bolts out from under the hood, so it should be relatively easy to get this fluid drained out. We're going to take the pan off. We're going to change these two filters, the pan gasket, and we're going to run quite a bit of fluid through this thing, and we're going to hope that when it's all said and done, we can get the correct fluid level and we can get it to run and drive down the road without failing. Before I get any further, I gotta again give a shout out to these Mr. Cool units. I forgot to turn the air conditioner off, and here it is, a hot, humid day today. The temperature in here is just under 64 degrees, and that is after opening and closing the door, carrying boxes of stuff in here. It was 62 degrees when I came in here. 62 degrees in my shop. Absolutely wonderful. That is a dream come true. Now we're going to get to this transmission, if you can even call it that. It's currently an anti-transmission because it sure doesn't do anything that it's supposed to do. There is the drain plug right here, and then you got all these little bitty 10mm bolts to take off. Honestly, not that big of a deal. I've heard that there is a filter that I need to change sitting somewhere over here. I'll be honest with you, I don't see it. So, yeah, I don't see that filter. It's that paper filter that I have. I'm also considering taking off one of these lines and using it to kind of push the fluid out. They sit right up here. It's hard to see, but yeah, you guys can't see, I don't think. Yeah, this line right here and the one next to it. You could take one of those off and just kind of flush the fluid out of it and fill it up with fresh. So we'll see about doing that. Right now, let's get the nasty stuff done. This is the hard work. Let's get it changed out, and hopefully when we're done, this thing will actually drive without breaking down. All right, are you guys ready to see what's going to come out of this? This is going to make a mess. Always does. After it's done dripping down the... Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. See what I mean? It's... Oh, that looks nasty. That looks really, really bad. That does not look like that pretty transmission fluid I put in there. And it doesn't smell particularly good either. Alright, well, let's let this thing drain for a little bit. And then I guess we'll take this pan off, make an even bigger mess, and we'll see what's inside of it. I don't think it's going to be very good, guys. Alright, are you guys ready to see what came out of this? First, can we just admire my handiwork under here? Take a look at that beautiful inside. That valve body. I know you're not supposed to, but I hit it with about a can of brake parts cleaner. I figure there's nothing going to hurt it now. I've gotten inside of all these solenoids. There's little like openings, maybe for pressure relief or something. I don't know where it pushes fluid back down. I have no idea, but I got into each one of these and I sprayed everything down heavy with this stuff. Now let's take a look and see what actually came out of the transmission. To my surprise, here's the filter that we had recently cleaned. Definitely pretty dirty. Definitely kind of burnt. But what I expected was to see these magnets completely full of metal, and they're not. The fluid looks disgusting. Not really surprised there. The transmission was overheating, but I don't really see any metal in this at all. So I'm going to take this outside with some more brake cleaner. I'm going to clean this up, make everything look good, throw away this gasket. There it is. Yeah, we're going to take off this gasket, throw this away. We'll get a new filter and everything back in it, and then we can start the process of hopefully getting one of those pressure lines off and just kind of running it until it comes out clean, and it'll be full of fresh fluid, torque converter and everything, new filters, and maybe we'll be able to take it down the road and it'll actually drive. Because my whole plan for this car, there's one video that I bought this car for, and I can't make it if the car won't drive a decent distance and back. All right, let's take a quick look at how this came out. We got the new pan gasket, which is metal, really nice. We got the pan. I've got the magnets. Everything is cleaned up, looking pretty good. I already got the filter installed. I've got my drain pan out of the way for now. I think it's time to button up the bottom of this pan. I still need to find the other filter. I have no idea where it is. Supposedly it's up here somewhere. But yeah, I haven't seen it. So if you see it hanging out somewhere down here, please let me know, because I'd love to find it and replace it. Currently, I don't know where it is. May have to jack the front end of the car up, take that wheel off to find. But I'm going to button up the bottom of this pan, and we will go from there. All right, now here's something nobody tells you about. Thankfully, even one of the GM dealers that I called in Indiana didn't tell me about this. However, the second one, there was one in Brazil, Indiana. They told me about this filter. The other one didn't even know about it. In fact, the one in Terre Haute, you know what they told me? They said this is great. They said they don't service the filters on any of their transmissions anymore. They claim that they have a transmission flush service that is so good, it cleans the filter entirely. They said to change the filter in this transmission, you have to tear the transmission completely down to get to it. Not true. Not true. I changed the filter by dropping the pan, just like you would in any other transmission. But there is a hidden filter on this car, and I'm going to show you where that's at now, because if you have one of these and you're having CVT transmission problems, I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably already too late. Okay, if you're already experiencing problems, it's probably already too late. But right there, in the center of your screen, there's a 10mm bolt that holds that cap on. Now I'm going to try to get you down here. Then, once you get that 10mm off, I'm going to point to it here. All right, that 10mm is right there. Once you take that off, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot just pull this out. It's keyed. I don't know if you can see that, but way up there, it is actually keyed, slotted into the transmission. You cannot just reach in there and pull that thing out. You're going to need some big old vice grips. You're going to need to open them up really wide, and you have to get in there and grab it, wiggle it kind of loose, twist it, until it's unkeyed, and then, with any luck, there we go. You're going to make a big old mess. You're going to get transmission fluid literally everywhere. Hopefully you didn't break the seal. And right here, here's that filter. Here is that filter that nobody knows about. Ugh. I'm making a big old mess on my floor. That's fine. But there it is. This filter, obviously, very, very important. Maybe original. Look at the green. Ugh. Oh, look at the metal. Oh, man. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. But we can cross our fingers and hope that changing that filter with this one, which, by the way, is part number 251-98769. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better there. 251-98769 is the part number for that. Hopefully this will help you, because if you're going to be doing this job, you need to do it right. All right, I haven't filled it completely up. It's probably about, I don't know, 8/10 of a quart. Damn it. It's just under a quart low, and I'm not filling it up because I'm going to start flushing this out. I've cleared all of the codes. We can go ahead and fire it up and see if it wants to go in any gear. It's going to be like that, is it? Okay. We're off to a great start. All right, let's try it again with a booster pack. Say what? With a booster pack. Come on now. I am not in the mood for games. Let's just put this on like full boost. There we go. Seriously, not in the mood for these shenanigans right now. I done spent too much time working on you to have you sitting here acting like this. That booster pack is fully charged. There we go. There we go. No check engine lights. Let's put it in gear. Oh, check engine light immediately. Of course. And there's that god-awful squeal that's coming from the transmission. Oh, wow. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me here. There we go. There we go. It's going into gear better, but that squealing, not going away. Moves forward. Moves backward. I'm telling you, that belt squeal, that is not from the car. Like, I can turn on the air conditioning. It doesn't matter what I do. That's coming from, I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's not coming from the car. I mean, that's coming from the transmission. Look at the idle in gear. Oh boy. That's, there we go. Maybe that is from the car. I'm pretty certain that was coming from the transmission. We'll have to see what codes we already have. Ooh. That was pretty quick. I mean, I know we're not completely full on fluid here. Here goes that squealing again. This car never made it far, guys. It only made it like 50 miles. You know what I mean? 59.6 miles is as far as this car ever made it before it kind of fell apart on us. The cooling fan is running. I find that interesting, considering nothing's... Oh, I know why the check engine light's on. The mass airflow sensor is disconnected, so I have easy access to the transmission. I think we can shut this off, get this out of the way. And then I need to figure out which side is the input and which side is the output. So coming out of the transmission is going to be a line that is warmer than the other one. The warm line will be the hot fluid leaving, and the cold line will be the fluid coming back in. So if we can find the hot one, if that fan wasn't blowing, it'd be a lot easier. I don't know why it's sitting here running constantly, but we're gonna have to let this thing warm up a little bit, figure out which line is warm. There's two of them down here. There's a line right here and another one right next to it. We can figure out which one is hot and which one is cold. Like right here is a line. With any luck, that's the out. And then the bottom one hopefully goes back in, because this would be easy to take off, hook up a hose to, put it in a bucket, and just flush this thing out, let it run, and just flush itself out. That's the goal, guys. I'm gonna let it run for a little while, kind of warm up a little bit, and we'll come back. All right, a lot of you are not going to agree with what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna show you a quick, dirty trick. It's really easy to flush a transmission. Any transmission, really, as long as it has cooling lines, you can do this. First thing you gotta do is, like I said, is figure out which side goes out and which side goes in. The side that gets hot first, well, that's going to be the one pulling the hot fluid out of the transmission. The cool side, just like a radiator, is going to be bringing the cool fluid back. Well, in my case, unfortunately, it's the bottom hose that is the one that I needed. So that's not gonna happen. So what I did is, right here, this is the top hose that goes to the transmission. Right here, it's held in with a silly little clip. I took the clip out, and I have now put this in. Now, whether this is going to make a mess or not, oh, that remains to be seen. There's a very good possibility this is just going to spew all over my engine and start a fire. I then have this hose run in. What you're going to need for this, on a particular, the Chevy Spark, is a 3/8 diameter hose, because there's actually a rubber gasket in there designed for that 3/8 barbed fitting there. So if you can find a 3/8 hose, it should slide right in there and hopefully hold just fine. Now again, some of you are going to disagree with this. You're going to say this is damaging your transmission. I have been doing this for years and years and years and years and years. I've never had a transmission that failed after doing it this way. The main thing is, don't let the transmission run dry. Like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gallons of the same transmission fluid. The goal is to flush all of the crap that's in the transmission and the torque converter out into this bucket while filling it back up with red. Once we see all of the black, nasty, goopy stuff that I think is going to come out of this, and the red starts coming out, then we know we've gotten it all out. We can stop, we can let it drain a little bit more so we don't have it overfilled, then we can shut it off, put everything back together, fill the transmission to the proper level. Now, like I said, I'm probably going to regret doing this, because I may turn this car on, and it might immediately gush transmission fluid all over my engine and all over my floor. But we're gonna find out right now. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, exactly what I thought we were gonna see. Pretty gnarly. We got some bright pink fluid right here. As it's pouring the nasty stuff out, we're gonna start pouring the fresh stuff in. We don't want to let it run dry, and we'll just keep doing this until what comes out of the hose looks similar to what we're seeing going into the transmission. And if this does not fix the transmission, ladies and gentlemen, then this transmission is toast. And I'll be completely honest with you, I already suspect this transmission is probably done. We are only a gallon in, and I'll be honest with you, that's actually looking pretty dang good, guys. We're not done yet, though. But look what's in the bottom. That is nasty. We got to hurry up and get another gallon. Hey, I bought 5 gallons of this, guys. I intend to use almost all 5. Okay, you can clearly see, I mean, other than being a little frothy, what we have now is mostly really nice pink fluid. This is exactly what we want to see. I've used 3 gallons. I still have 2 more, so that should give me plenty to fill this thing up. I'm going to take this, disconnect all of this. I'm going to hook everything back up the way it's supposed to be, including... No, I can't put that in yet. Okay, yeah, I got to finish filling the transmission first. So I'll get all the lines and everything hooked back up. We'll fill it up to its proper level. We're going to let it warm up, get up to operating temperature, and then we can take it for a drive, and we'll see. Personally, I think the transmission in this is too far gone. It's probably dead, but I still have just a little bit of hope, a sliver of hope that this thing's going to come back to life, because I really had some big plans for this car, and Unfortunately, they did not involve replacing a crappy CVT transmission. Well, this isn't a good sign. Something is very wrong here. Why don't we have a quick look at this massive pool of pink transmission fluid all over the floor. Great. It must be coming out of that case that I installed for the new filter. Lovely. Yeah, it's definitely coming out of there. Sorry for the flickering light. Well, we were about to take it out on a ride, guys. Transmission fluid is currently 137 degrees Fahrenheit. Guess what? I ain't sticking my hands in there. This thing's gonna have to cool off for a minute. It's just one thing after another with this damn car. So as it turns out, there is a seal that I should have bought separately that I guess didn't come with the new filter. You'd think the new filter would have come with this little seal. Apparently, it does not. So, anyway, here's what I did. You might recognize that green seal because that green seal, you're never gonna believe this. That green seal is this green seal right here. And just to give you a little bit of perspective, so here's this seal in the center of this. And I managed to use a pick to stretch that sucker out to fit. What are you going to do, man? You know, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm about ready to go home. I got to test drive this car. I hope this works. I'm going to plug it all back in and button it down, and with any luck, this will fix our problem. All right, I've got everything cleaned up. Sorry for the flickering light. There it goes. It catches up after a minute or two. I've got it back together. We'll fire it up. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It may have ripped that one too, because that is obviously not the right part for this car. If it's going to leak, it's going to leak immediately. No leak? No leak. Perfect. Okay. That's great news. I just have a massive mess all over. This is it's late. I'm just ready to go home, you know. All right. Well, unable to communicate. We're going to pull this back up into the transmission control module. I want to keep an eye on things going on in here. I don't even know if the trans level is right anymore from all the fluid that leaked out. Temperatures cooled down to 123 degrees. It goes backwards. It goes forwards. Well, we'll see what happens. With any luck, it shifts. Well, CVTs don't shift, but you know what I mean. With any luck, it drives and attempts to stay moving. Oh wow, very nice. Very nice. Oh wow, it's got some pretty good pickup. It's pretty good power. Ooh, there it goes bucking again. And again. See, bucking is not what we're looking for. Roll these windows up. Bucking is not what we are looking for. Yeah, it's... Oh. That's not good. That's not good. Man. I'm afraid to drive it too far because I got a feeling that, well, what happened to us before is going to happen again. This car has only driven 60 entire miles in my possession, so not too impressive. I'm doing 50, and it's just, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the RPMs, they just bounce all over the place. I mean, it seems to be holding a little better now. Then it goes down to 2,000. Then it wants to go up to 3,000. I mean, it's not doing too bad right now at 60. Oh, great lightning. More storms? Oh, come on, man. I am having no luck tonight. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Surging again. 2,000, like 1,800. It's all over the place. That's your RPMs right there. It's kind of hard to see, but she's all over the place. Definitely need to check the fluid level. Totally possible. I'm going to go ahead and turn around like ASAP. Yeah, there is serious lightning out there. I can't see anything. Right here is my turn. Let's turn around right here. We're only a few miles from the shop. Trans temperature is now at 138 degrees. Uh-oh. Yeah, don't. Oh, wow. And there's that squealing. Well, I tried, guys. I really, really tried. I mean, it gets up to speed. It goes highway speeds, right? We're at 60. We're doing 60 miles an hour. It's not very happy getting to 60, but it will eventually get there. In fact, we're doing 65 now. It seems to be doing just fine. I think the right thing to do is get it back in the shop, check the fluid level, because we lost a substantial amount of fluid. And if it's low, obviously we'll add some more and we can try it again. I didn't go too far from the shop. Let's get it back in there. Let's take a look. Well, I'm not surprised, I guess, but I'm sorely disappointed. All those parts that I just put onto this, the fluid, the filters, the pan gasket, that stuff was $200 that I spent on this car. Now, I bought this car cheap. I got it for $1,200. I thought it'd be a cool novelty car. Unfortunately, it said that there was an engine noise, which I was aware of and I wasn't overly concerned with, but it didn't say anything about the transmission not working. Nothing. It said nothing. Now, here's the thing. It was sold on a red light, okay? In an auction, a red light means no arbitration. There's no guarantees. There's no warranties. Nothing. What you get is what you get. But still, ACV Auctions is very good. They've always been really good about disclosing any information when it comes to things wrong with the vehicle. So I'm really surprised and really disappointed that they mentioned a tapping engine, but they didn't mention anything about the transmission doesn't work. That's just a shame. I'm going to try taking it out one more time. I just took it around the block and it was there we go, no power. Yeah, it's $200 down the drain. Oh yeah, it doesn't want to go at all. Oh, no. Oh wow, yep. Well, I don't know what that means, because I just spent, God, I probably spent another $400 or $500 just a few days ago on some, it's trying not to even go at all. Yeah, I'm going to find a way to make this video that I wanted to make for you guys. I'm going to find a way to make this work. I am. This car is just, it now wants to go. See? And now, look. Now it's going. Will it run and drive? Yes, it will. Will it get up to highway speed? Yes. For how long? I don't know. That's undetermined. What is highway speed anyway? Is that 55? It'll do 55 most of the time. 60? Well, you're pushing your luck there, guys. Let's not forget, I got a giant mess in the garage. I got to clean up. It's pushing 11 o'clock at night now. Oh, we're back to not wanting to go again. There we go. Oh, there it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's that beautiful S-Class. I kind of wish I was driving that home. But I don't think I am. I think I'm going to be driving the Monte Carlo home. I've been putting miles on that. I stopped making videos on the Monte Carlo because honestly, the videos, the views are just no good on it. And it's really sad. I love the Monte Carlo, man. I know you can't see it very well, but there she is. I've been packing miles on her, man. I'm doing what's called a shakedown. After you build a car, you definitely want to get out and put some miles on it, get to know it, get to know its quirks. I'm trying to figure out fuel economy to get a better understanding of, how much gas mileage I'm going to be able to get when I'm on power tour. I also still need to hook up the lockup for the converter. I haven't done that yet. Park doesn't exist, and it's not a problem with my linkage. It's the transmission. There's something going on inside the transmission. There is no park. I disconnected all the linkage, put the transmission in park, and she just rolls. So that's something that's going to have to get figured out. I've probably put about 350 miles on it so far, and yes, the water pump issue seems to be fixed. I'm able to romp on it, guys. I'm able to light the tires up. I'm able to really get into her, man. And yeah, not a problem bending belts anymore. All I did was loosen the belts. That's all. Just loosen the belts a little bit. She's been doing great. A lot better than the little Domino's pizza car. Sad way to end a video. I hate ending videos on a negative note. I really do. I prefer to have things work out, but that's not realistic. It works out that way most of the time on the channel, and I am so thankful for that. Most of the time things work out great, but unfortunately this time is just not one of them. I think for my last video maybe on the car, in fact I'm certain it's going to be the last video on the car, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Domino's Pizza, and we are going to pick up pizza in the Domino's car. But there's more to the story, and you guys are gonna, if you follow my Instagram or if you've seen my community post on YouTube, you already know where I'm going with this, right? Because you've seen what I bought, and it's gonna be wild. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna sell the car. I'm done with it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Is that smoke? Is there smoke? Oh, don't tell me this thing's like leaking fluid again or something. Hold on. Oh, hold on. It could be my eyes playing tricks on me. Like I said, it's late. Let's back it up just to make sure. Let's pop this hood. Surely there's no smoke, and surely nothing is leaking from underneath this car. Nah, there's nothing leaking. I don't see any smoke either. Okay, I know you guys can't see anything. But anyway, what I plan to do with it is epic. And if the car won't make it to Domino's to do what I want to do, then I may just have to load the damn thing on a trailer and do it that way. That may be the only option, but I think you guys are going to really enjoy the finale to this car. Hopefully I can get Monkey Wrench Mike down here to participate in this. He should be a part of the farewell, the so long to the car. I will most likely list it on Copart when I'm done, along with a couple of extras that I paid pretty good money for that I think are going to make this car so much more unique. So stay tuned for that, guys. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing y'all again very soon in the next one.